Hello, welcome to Kingsman Advocates Law Firm. Today we shall be discussing on the procedure to conduct a corporate legal due diligence check in Cameroon. Now, what is due diligence? Due diligence is simply the level of care or judgment you put into a particular circumstance. We shall be focusing on corporate legal due diligence, which is that level of care or investigation that is being put into the corporate world or a corporation, or to be specific, a particular company before you engage into business with that company. Now, corporate legal due diligence is very necessary presently because over 80% of business people, investors all over the world, trade with their potential or target companies by merely meeting them on the internet or various social medias. It is very important because they haven't yet created that level of confidence and trust to transfer huge sum of money in whatsoever business venture they intend to engage into. Now, why is corporate legal due diligence necessary? It is necessary to minimize risk in corporate transaction. Now, one very important factor or one very important reason for corporate legal due diligence is to be able to assess the risk and minimize the losses that you incur if you transfer huge sum of money into Cameroon without investigating the target company. It is also important to carry out this background screening and checks to be able to ascertain who are the shareholders or the brains behind the target company you intend to invest or do business with in Cameroon. Most especially, this investigation or due diligence goes a long way to reduce the liability or losses you may incur if you rapidly jump into any transactions with a distant company without carrying out the required due diligence or check. Now, I want to discuss briefly on the procedure of how to conduct a corporate due diligence in Cameroon. Firstly, you must contact a due diligence legal expert. The knowledge of a due diligence legal expert will guide you in identifying companies that are fraud or scams. Once you are in contact with a corporate legal due diligence expert, that said expert is going to review the documentations of the said transactions. In the course of reviewing, certain discoveries may be made in your favor before transferring huge sum of money to Cameroon. Firstly, the discovery of the status of the company, whether it is being registered or not, it's very important for any business. Secondly, the address of the company. A lot of companies have online addresses but cannot be located physically. It is very important to verify the address of the company, the telephone contacts of the company. We have companies with telephone contacts on their social media platforms but cannot be verified physically. Also, due diligence will enable investor to discover who are the shareholders of the said target company. It's also going to enable investors to discover what is the share capital of that company. It's also going to help investors to be clear about the history of the company, whether the company has a good history within the country or within the continent. Most especially, due diligence is going to enable the potential investors to ascertain the status of credibility of the target company. Now, in some areas like artifacts, the mining area, metals, gold, further due diligence must be conducted at the level of the authorizing ministry to verify the licenses being paraded by the target company. Now, this is a very serious issue in the corporate world. As from my experience, very few international companies engage in due diligence. We have received a lot of requests from foreign clients demanding that we recover stolen money from scammers, but very few request that we should conduct due diligence. You can check on our other videos on the procedure of how to recover stolen money from scammers in Cameroon. Summarily, should you have any doubt in dealing with any company in Cameroon, please don't hesitate to contact our firm. We shall guide you through the process of due diligence and give you the required results after conducting a search. Search can be conducted in the various regulatory bodies. For corporate due diligence, for example, search must be conducted at the Trade and Personal Property Rights Registry. Search must be conducted at the Taxation Office. Search must also be conducted at the level of the Chambers of Commerce to ascertain the export history of the company. If it is a company engaged in the mining sector, the Ministry of Mines must be contacted to verify the history of that company. If it's an artifact, the Ministry of Culture must be contacted. So summarily, corporate due diligence is very necessary before engaging in any financial transactions in Cameroon, especially as there are a lot of fraudulent companies in the internet without verification or verifiable addresses. Please contact us should you need any legal advice.